All right, guys, lock the fuck in. Some new anime slander just dropped, bro, and you're gonna want to see this. So lately, a lot of people in the anime community have been using the word larp or larping. You may have seen it maybe once or twice, and you're probably asking, like, what the fuck does that even mean, bro? Like, how the fuck do you even come up with that? Like, what is a larp? It sounds like a fucking fish or some shit. So essentially where this term comes from is that larp stands for live action roleplay. You don't need to know too deep into the story of the word larp. Essentially, it's just people role-playing in real life, essentially. But it has made it into the anime space because now people are using this term to call anime fans either fake fans or just claiming you have lack of reading comprehension. And a lot of times it's usually both at the same time. Where it originally originated is from this clip right here with the streamer named Emeru. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play this clip for you and then we'll kind of discuss it after.
Who are you? Say who you are.
Asa. I'm Asa.
So if you didn't understand that clip, essentially Emeru, whatever, however the fuck you say her name, she's cosplaying a character from Chainsaw Man. And this character from Chainsaw Man actually has like kind of sort of a split personality. To explain it very simply, it's essentially two different characters in one body. One of them is a human, which is Asa, and another one is a devil, which is Yoru. And the way you can tell the difference between the two different characters is that the human Asa has no scars on her face, but the devil Yoru has scars on her face to make that a distinction that you can tell that she's a devil. Now we go back to the original video, we can see that there are scars on Emeru's face. And then when she says that she's cosplaying Asa, which is the human that doesn't have the scars on her face, everyone up and down in the comment section was calling her a larper because she doesn't even read the series. She's just faking being a Chainsaw Man fan for the love of the game, essentially. But now this larping or larp slander is not just in the Chainsaw Man fandom, it has migrated to other fandoms as well. Because now you're seeing videos on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube of people making these slideshows of how to successfully larp blank. Name your series here. We have one for One Piece, which I won't get into today, but the one I do want to get into today is this one. One of my mutuals on TikTok made this one on how to larp Black Clover, and I kind of want to go through this slideshow and break it down for you guys. So without further ado, let's get into how to larp Black Clover. So the first slide on how to larp Black Clover is a picture of Mereoleona and in quotation that says she ain't never used her grimoire. And I just gotta say something right here. We are in 2026. If you truly still believe that Mereoleona has not used her grimoire, you just have a fundamental misunderstanding of how the magic system works in Black Clover. And I'm actually going to explain why she has used her grimoire, not just once, but multiple times throughout the story. So right here I have the Black Clover wiki, and it's no secret that Mereoleona is very gifted with magic. But not only is she gifted in magic, but she's also pretty gifted in combat ability as well. And this is where this whole she hasn't used her grimoire theory has come from. That you never really see her use anything other than her fist. People like to say that she uses her grimoire to keep a tally of how many people that she has killed, when that's just simply not the truth. So if you scroll down on Mereoleona's wiki page, scroll all the way down to right here where it says fire magic. On the fire magic page, let's go ahead and read what the description says about fire magic. It says, this magical attribute allows the user to generate and manipulate fire at will. This user is able to use magic without the need of a grimoire. However, in order to use it to its fullest potential, specific spells are required, which are stored within, you guessed it, the grimoires. And now if we go back to Mereoleona's wiki page, would you look at all these named spells, brother? And even if you go on to the pictures showing her using the spells, what is this right here? What is that? A grimoire? Nah, couldn't be. No. You're capping, bro. You're capping. No, it's not a grimoire. You're seeing shit. I'm the OG Black Clover larper, bro. That's not a grimoire. That's a figment of your imagination. If you believe this, read the series again, bro, because you are just, to put it lightly, I'll just say your brain is really smooth. On to the next one. Next one we have is the Julius versus Patri fight, and it says that Julius was the only one holding back. Patri of his own choice restricted his power with a spell. Who gives a fuck? And I'm not gonna lie, I had to kind of go back and rewatch a series to kind of refresh my brain of what happened in this fight. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think this is a LARP. I don't honestly believe that I can say that Patri was holding back during that fight, bro. The way I see it, the entire fight, Patri was bloodlusted. Not only at Julius, but at the entire human race. So to break this fight down simply, essentially, William scheduled a meeting with the Wizard King Julius because he was the closest human to Patri, and he actually felt for Patri on how his people got murdered by the entire human race. He essentially set up a duel between Julius and Patri, because what Patri's main goal was is to get the stones that Julius had on his person, might I add, to resurrect the elves to finally get their revenge back on the human race. And the reason why I can't say that Patri was holding back during that fight is because if he were holding back, why would he enact a spell that covered the entire Clover Kingdom to kill the entire Clover Kingdom, to kill the entire human race? And so I just find it really hard to believe that Patri was holding back during this fight. But I mean, if you disagree with me, let me know down in the comments below, bro, because I don't know, bro. I don't think this one's a LARP at all. The next slide is Asta using Z10, and it says, how can anti-magic possibly be better than 2 types of magic? He has ki? Why should I care that it's effectively better than Monosense? Hating Yuno is necessary because we only understand talent and gifts manifested under the system of magic. And I wholeheartedly agree, bro. If you read or watched all of Black Clover and you came out hating Yuno, you are the biggest LARPer in the Black Clover community, bro. Because for one, apparently y'all are blind anytime they show Yuno training on screen. He's trained plenty of times, and I know this because one of my friends literally broke down every single time Yuno trains and put it right into a slideshow for y'all to look at. Yuno trained throughout his childhood with Asta after he saved him. Yuno trained to learn Mana Skin with Mero. Yuno trained to unlock Spirit Dive, it says right here, and they have anime canon dialogue for that same scene. He trained to master Spirit Dive while Asta was in the Heart Kingdom. He trained in the 3 days leading up to the Spade invasion, losing to Xenon. He continued training with Langris for the rematch against Xenon. He trained even more in the 15th month time skip after the Spade Kingdom. And even in the Book of Yuno light novel, they literally give you a time frame of when this motherfucker trains. At 5 a.m. he wakes up and he does some training while practicing his magic. At 9 a.m. he does some more practice with his magic in the forest. And at 1 p.m. he did some more practice with his magic. And even one more time he got kidnapped by Mero to do even more training. So just because a lot of Yuno's training was done off screen, people just like to say that everything was handed to him, which I'm not gonna lie, Yuno is gifted. That's the entire point of the story, but he's also talented and he works hard as well. Now on to the next slide. It shows Yuno in his anti-magic form that Asta gave him, by the way. And it says that Yuno stole Asta's flow. Hell yeah. But we will never say anything when the Black Bulls do it. Fuck no. You said the condition is time spent with Asta? Damn, bro. Yuno is unoriginal as hell. And I just gotta say, holy shit, this is so on point, bro. For whatever reason, the Yuno haters want to hate on Yuno when this happens to them, but all of a sudden when the Black Bulls do it, or when literally any other character steals a show from Asta, all of a sudden y'all are quiet. Crickets, bro. Crickets. D1 fucking LARPers, bro. I just find it kind of crazy that literally every single other character can train off screen. Y'all won't say a damn fucking word. But once Yuno does it, all of a sudden, bro, all of a sudden we're fucking angry. All of a sudden we hate a motherfucker, bro. For what? To LARP. To LARP, bro. To LARP. Next slide. The next slide just shows a art piece from the movie. And it says the movie isn't canon. Okay, on to the next one. After that, the next slide says, also works hard for literally every advancement, but Yuno is handed every advancement he gets. Hard work and talent? Nah, it's completely one or the other in Black Clover. And this is true. This is true. This is how you can tell from a Black Clover LARPer from a true fan. Because for some reason, the LARPers don't understand that you can be talented and also work hard at the same time. That's actually possible to do. Even in real life. That's it. Not just for Black Clover. You can do that in real life too. Let's go to the next one. This is the one I think is really gonna piss some people off, bro. Especially if you're caught up with the manga. So it shows a picture of Lucifero, and it says, this guy right here is top 10. It doesn't matter that Lucius has 100% of his power in base, but is still weaker than any current captain. If we were talking about the Spade Kingdom arc, 100% top 10, probably even top 3, maybe even top 2, possibly. If we're talking just straight Spade Kingdom. But if we're talking current manga right at the end of the Judgment Day arc, he's not even breaking top 15. Because let's put this into perspective. The Paladins, the Archangels, Lucius, and all of the Lucius clones, the captains, the vice captains that leveled up. If we're being real here, Lucifero is not even top 15 at the end of the Judgment Day arc. Spade Kingdom arc, sure, you could argue he's top 2. Judgment Day arc, he's not even top 15. Argue with the fucking wall, bro. You're a LARPer. Let's move on. Okay, now we're getting to the good shit. So in this slide, it shows Yuno getting his new grimoire, the Star Grimoire, and it says, holy asshole. And in parentheses, it says, yes, it's an asshole. Even though it was already confirmed 130 plus chapters ago, he should technically have his own magic. And, bro, I really don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. If you really think that this was an asshole, bro, holy shit, your level of LARP cannot be matched, bro. Like, you might be the LARPing final boss if you really think that this is an asshole. If you think this is an asshole, you do not like Black Clover. You're a LARPer, bro. You're LARPing. Let's get into the next one. Okay, it says the first Wizard King beats Julius, and it shows a picture of Lumiere, the first Wizard King. And it says, how can that be true if Lucius already beat someone with light magic? I don't know about this one, to be honest. I really don't. He didn't beat anyone with light magic, right? Yeah, because after the fight with Patri, he was sidelined because he had to resurrect himself with his time magic. But on the lowest of keys, I can kind of hear you out. The first Wizard King was already demon level. He slayed that giant demon right outside of Hajj Village. So low key, I can hear you out on this one. I don't think this is a full LARP. Maybe like a half or like a quarter LARP. Let's go to the next slide. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, in this slide, we're shown a picture of Dorothy. And it says, let's all glaze the one who can create a dimension because Black Clover reminds us of Naruto. She has no feats? That's a subjective reality. And I'm not gonna lie, low-key I'm on the Dorothy glaze train, bro. Just because her magic is so broken and so strong, bro. The only caveat to that is that the Black Clover universe is literally just as broken. If you put Dorothy in literally any other anime verse, bro, dude, she has a good chance of soloing like 90% of anime verses out there. I'm not even lying, bro. Her powers are so broken. It's just unfortunate that the Black Clover universe is just as broken, if not more broken than she is. But I ain't gonna lie, if you want to glaze Dorothy, she deserves glaze, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Dorothy deserves glaze. I don't think this one's a LARP, bro. I don't think this one's a LARP at all. Okay, next slide we have the Dark Triad, and it says the Dark Triad loses to Julius. Absolutely. Who cares if Julius is technically at Lumiere, who is high devil level, and the Triad has narrative on supreme devil levels? To be honest, fuck, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know about this one. Because Vonica has blood and curse magic. Dante has body and gravity magic. And Xenon has spatial and bone magic. Low key? Fuck, I don't know, bro. I don't know. No, actually, you know what? I think Dark Triad Loki got it, bro. I think Dark Triad Loki got it. But it's gonna be like a high diff. Just because I don't think you can count Julius entirely out, bro. I think the scenario would go that these guys would just outlast Julius's time magic, which is a strategy to win against Julius. Let's get into the next one. Oh, and this is the last one. The last slide says Julius' agenda is priority. And it shows a picture of Julius, and it says in quotations, bloodlusted Julius slams, imagine if he tried, strongest wizard king, time magic better, and they had to write him out of the story. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all, bro. I definitely do believe that time magic is the strongest magic type in the Black Clover universe, but it is definitely not without its counters, bro. And honestly, I would argue people don't even know how time magic really works in the Black Clover universe. So people think that time magic are able to essentially control time at will, when that's just honestly just not the case. On the wiki, and there have been multiple statements by Julius stating that this magical attribute allows the user to steal and store time from other users that can be used to accelerate time, decelerate time, stop, or even reverse the flow of time. The only time he is able to affect the flow of time is when he has built up time stolen from opponents. If he has no time built up, his magic is essentially useless because he can't use it. If he has no stored time, that's when he has to start pulling from his own life force. And then we saw that in the aftermath of the Patri and Julius fight. Patri basically fucking killed him. He basically killed them off. But later we find out that he had extra time stored up somewhere in a capsule, and he essentially said he had to use his own life force to bring himself back, which is why he came back as a kid and not as an adult. So with that being said, Julius is definitely the strongest magic user in the Black Clover universe. But there are drawbacks to time magic. And to finish the video, if you agree with any of the Yuno hate slides, you are officially a Black Clover LARPer. So if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like down below, subscribe for some more Black Clover content, follow your boy on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter for some exclusive posts, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.